Have you ever wondered why an elephant always gives birth to only to elephant? Or a mango seed always giving only mango plant? Why not another plant? If they are giving only, if an elephant giving birth only to the elephant, or mango seed is coming only from mango seed, mango plant is coming only from mango seed. So why? Even if the mango plant is similar to the parent, an elephant is also similar to the elephant parent, the similarity or difference? Are they look similar? Are the sibling or the offspring is different from parent? So the branch of science dealing with the similarities and variations among themselves and with parents is nothing but genetics. Branch of science dealing with similarities and variations among themselves, among the offsprings, and variation different means variations among parents and offspring. This is known as genetics. And what is the molecule involved in this process, this inheritance process? The molecule is nothing but DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. It is the molecular basis of inheritance is deoxyribonucleic acid. It is a genetic blueprint in most of the organisms, starting from prokaryotes like bacteria, E. coli to human beings. So every organism, every living organism literally will have a genetic material, maybe in the form of a double-stranded DNA or maybe RNA. So let us look into the picture of molecular picture or genetic makeup or how DNA looks. The molecule that is responsible for inheritance among organisms is nothing but the DNA, deoxyribonucleic acid. I am giving you a clear picture of DNA because this is very important from the point of biotechnology, genetic engineering. If you want to put any field, so this is the basic you should know. So that's why I am giving a very brief structure, a very important structure of DNA. So I am trying to give the components of DNA. Is a nitrogenous base A, T, C, G. There are 4 nitrogenous bases in the structure of DNA and a pentose sugar, a phosphate group. First of all, what is a molecule? It is a macromolecule. It is made up of many monomeric units. It's a polymer. Polymer in the sense many monomeric units will be linked together by a bond. Like protein is a polymer. It is made up of many amino acids. Like so that's known as polypeptide. Like sugar, it's a polysaccharide. Saccharide is a sugar molecule. Many sugar molecules linked together by bond. That is glycosidic bond. That is known as a polysaccharide. Same way, this is also a polymer. Polymer of what? Polymer of many nucleotides. There is a difference between nucleotide and nucleoside. So, 2 chains of a polynucleotide will run anti-parallel to each other on a common axis. Okay. So, to know what is this polynucleotide chain, you should know the basic concept of nucleoside and nucleotide. Then only you will learn about 2 polynucleotide chains and their orientation. That I will tell you later. First of all, let me explain the basic thing, basic unit of a DNA molecule, that is nothing but nucleoside. This is the model of DNA as proposed by Watson and Crick. To know the DNA structure, first of all, you should know what is a nucleoside and what is a nucleotide. Nucleoside is a combination of sugar and base. Sugar is a 5 carbon sugar. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 carbons are there. The first position C1 attached to a nitrogenous base, either adenine, thymine, guanine or cytosine. Any of the nitrogenous may be attached to the carbon 1 position. Okay, so now you have a nucleoside having sugar plus base. Now, nucleotide, what is a nucleotide? You have nucleoside already where one of the bases is attached to carbon 1 of adipose sugar and carbon 5th position it is attached to a phosphate group. Now, a nucleotide means a sugar, a plus base plus phosphate group. You have now a nucleoside and nucleotide. You know the concept of now nucleoside and what is a nucleotide. So many nucleotides, if they are combined like this, 1, 2, 3, then forming a polynucleotide chain. When 2 nucleotides are attached, it is a dinucleotide. When 3 nucleotides are attached, it is a trinucleotide. When many nucleotides are attached, that is a polynucleotide chain. Like this, two chains will be linked together by hydrogen bonds as like this, and they run in opposite directions. One in 5-3 direction and second in 3-5 direction. So one of the bases of the first strand, adenine, will be linked to thymine of the opposite strand by 2 hydrogen bonds. Same way here cytosine is being attached to guanine of another opposite strand by 3 hydrogen bonds. Okay, so there are 2 bonds between adenine and thymine, 3 bonds between cytosine and guanine. Then you can ask me one question, what is the meaning of this 5 and 3 direction? And here it is 3-5, right? So it's very simple. For example, the carbon position here is 5. That is the top of the upside of the first strand, carbon position is 5. That's why name is 5. And the last one, niche ka, this is third carbon, which is available to bond with another nucleotide. The free ends of the nucleotides of the terminal ends, because of this name, carbon position of the terminal ends, name is given like this 5-3. Same way in opposite strand it's reverse. This is going like this and this is running anti-parallel downwards 3-5. Same here also. Third carbon position is at the end and fifth carbon position is downwards. So like way, so they are running around a common axis. It will be like this. Bonds are formed between bases of the 2 opposite strands. Now you know the base, how they are bonding also. A always bonds with T and C always bonds with G. This is a rule. Okay, and what is the distance between these nucleotides or the paired BPs, base pairs? 10 base pairs will be there per turn. This is a turn. 10 BPs are there and the distance is 34 angstroms or nanostroms. That means a distance between 2 nucleotides is 3.4. Now, I think you have a clear idea of the structure of DNA. Components, nitrogenous bases A, T, C, G, adenine and thymine are also known as purines, and C and G are known as pyrimidines. A pentose sugar, as I said, 2-deoxyribose sugar, where the second carbon is divide of oxygen, that's why name given as divide 2-deoxyribose sugar. And a third component is a phosphate group where it is attached to the fifth carbon of the nucleotide. And now silent features, as you know now, it is made up of 2 polynucleotide chains. The 2 chains have anti-parallel polarity 5-3, 3-5. Now you know why the names are given 5-3 and 3-5, because of the terminal position of the carbon of the opposite corresponding chains. The 2 chains have anti-parallel polarity. It means one has the polarity 5-3, the other has 3-5. The bases in 2 strands are paired through hydrogen bonds. Now you know how they are bonding. Always, adenine always forms 2 hydrogen bonds with thymine from the opposite strand, and cytosine will always forms bonding 3 hydrogen bonds with guanine. The 2 chains are coiled in a right-handed fashion. That means there are other forms of DNA are also there. Like this is bDNA, ZDNA is there, aDNA is there. There is a different thing. But the most means accepted, well accepted by all is the bDNA, that is proposed by Watson and Crick in 1953. For this structure they got Nobel Prize also in 1962. So the 2 chains coiled in a right-handed fashion. The pitch of the helix is 3.4 angstrom, 10 base pairs per each turn. 10 base pairs per each turn. That is the distance between 2 nucleotides is 3.4. The backbone is constituted by sugar phosphate backbone. This is phosphate, this is sugar. Sugar phosphate. So this is backward of the chain is sugar phosphate, whereas inside it is formed by base pairs of nitrogenous. Nitrogenous bases are inwards, and whereas sugar phosphate is facing outside. The backbone is called sugar phosphate and bases project inside. This is the basic structure of DNA. Done? Is it clear? Thank you.